The people we are talking about, did we ask how do they feel?
Yeah. I mean,
what do you mean? The lady herself, when she was challenging the paper and she knew she didn't wear drawers, was she thinking how the editor too will feel? You say maybe accidental. Who goes to a show and accidental man said drawers?
welcome to another sit down on this episode of Gentlemen and
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen and
Gentlemen.
Who is not a gentleman here?
You're a gentleman. I don't know. I'm a gentleman.
He's also a gentleman.
Well, he
Yeah,
can
I'm also
speak
a
for
gentleman.
himself.
We are all gentlemen.
Okay.
Gentlemen and
Gentleman.
so doesn't mean we won't bring ladies into on this platform. That was
Why
different.
not? Ladies go with gentlemen. You understand what I mean?
No, you are sitting well. What is it?
Well, you see, then I don't want to talk because if I talk, you said they will bring ladies, of
Nice
all
one.
shapes and forms, long, tall, fair, of all forms and shapes. Yeah.
Halifax.
I know that's
This is the same way you did and you almost killed Raquel's career. Safo, do you remember that?
I remember.
What happened?
It was a fateful Saturday evening at the conference center.
Yeah.
And there was a show. I've forgotten the particular show.
Yeah, there was a musical concert.
Musical concert.
I'm not too sure what it was.
And a beautiful, talented songstress
Mm.
called Raquel
Yeah.
mounted the stage.
Yeah.
And there were bloggers.
At the
No,
time,
in those
blogging
days,
was just
blogging-
entertainment journalists.
Yeah, there were entertainment
Yeah.
journalists around. And usually you see them in front
Just
of the stage.
Close to the stage.
Yeah, blocking people's views and some angry at them and all that. So lo and behold, on the following week,
Mm-hmm.
there was news all over, and News One by
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
published that there was this beautiful actress called Raquel who performed
Naked.
naked,
Okay.
and it was edited by Halifax Ansado.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what I remember
Mhm.
was that there was a musical concert. Raquel was one of the performing artists.
Mhm.
And the news that came out. Usually when we have major musical events, there's a review
Review,
from graphic Showbiz to weekly filler to
PMP and
PMP and some Flex newspaper and all. And then News One.
yeah.
News One was another sensational newspaper at the time.
News One was not a newspaper.
It was
It was
a tabloid.
No.
Whether it's a tabloid, it's still important.
It was a weapon of destruction.
Let me tell you what I remember about the story.
Then, oh God.
There was this big story on News One. News One at the time was inserted into Daily Guide,
Yes.
kind of, or
Before. It was on its
an
own.
insertion.
Before it became
Before it was on its own, then
Exactly,
they inserted
became
it.
an
on its
So-
own. That's when it became the weapon
Yeah,
of destruction.
Yeah. And then big story. Raquel had a moral malfunction. And then we actually seen her since,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately. And that became topical for weeks to months.
Mhm.
And Raquel was never, arguably, was not the same again after that debacle, if I could put it that way. And the proponent or the engineer of that was Halifax Ansado and the News One newspaper.
I take a strong exception.
We
to
don't
that.
care.
That's
We
what
are telling the
people
facts.
And the facts is
But-
that what?
From your own perspective, I mean, you actually did the story. What really transpired the Raquel story? Because you were bashed within certain contexts.
Nothing transpired. The story happened. The paper reported the story, and then life went on. He said just like any
How
other
did
say.
you capture Raquel's nakedness?
I've never captured Raquel.
So what happened to that story?
The story happened. We wrote a story, and then life goes on.
Take us to what really happened.
If my memory serves me right, okay, it was a simple story, a very harmless story about a wardrobe malfunction of a female artist on stage. And then it moved from a simple story into a story of credibility being at stake
Okay.
on both sides. For the records, I did not take that photo. Western publications have Daily Guide, News One, Business Guide, Young Blazers.
Yeah.
They had photographers for each. For News One, which I was the editor, in charge of the photographer was a lady by the name Gifty Lawson.
Gifty Lawson, I remember
Exactly.
So it was a lady who took that picture.
Of course.
Of a lady.
So the program was, in fact, City FM, so my view. The same City FM December to remember that Weiser went to show his dick. Was the same City FM December to remember that Raquel went to show her
on that particular or
different.
Different.
So she had brought. Normally, you put this in the pool of photos. We're going through, and then we saw a picture when we got to her album. And then,
we as in
the editorial team. And then as if, her dress had shifted up.
Yeah. I remember she was wearing a light blue gown with a little silky.
It had gone up a bit like that. And let us be honest. If you run an entertainment tabloid and you see a lady musician whose tie was being exposed, you don't want to use such a picture.
Why?
Definitely. I mean, I've been an editor.
Become an editor, you'll understand. It's just like naming your movie Hot Fork. Why?
Yeah.
You could have said Hot Spoon or Hot Cutlery Set. So they asked, but you see, when I picked that particular picture, looked at the picture, I thought I could see some black thing that looked like hair. So when we wanted to be sure, we zoomed further, the thing was moist. And I wasn't sure because
how can you detect the moistness or the moisture from that angle?
You could see. When you see something moist, it looks a bit watery, it looks a bit slippery. The picture doesn't look dry, but I'm not an expert in women vagina. I don't even have one. Okay. So I called the women around and say, this picture Gifty Lawson has taken random pictures. There is one that looks kakra. And then they agree. The women who are experts in these things, who have some told us that yes, it is a vagina that we are seeing. Clearly, it was. Are you okay?
I'm fine. So you actually detected a photograph. You called for confirmation
from people who have vagina.
If what you are seeing is what you are seeing.
What we were seeing, we the men, myself.
So you got a picture.
Francis Addo, George Clifford of blessed memory. Alaji Gomda was there. Fortuna Limi was there. Everybody was there. And then we decided that you can't publish such a picture.
Yeah.
Gina Blade, the owner of the paper, was there. It was the president of Primpag by then. It was a big deal. That was when the legal was printing 48,000 copies per day. But you could still write a story about a wardrobe malfunction. Now look, at City FM December to remember, a female artist had a wardrobe malfunction, and part of a body we should not show, was exposed to the public. For the records, the lady didn't really zoom to pick that picture.
True.
The stage is high. They are down. So you take random shots. And then when you come, you go through and pick which one suits whatever. So we put out the story and mentioned her name. That she wasn't wearing panties. And it was true from what the picture was. Shut up. She decided
to
the
first publication came without a picture.
That she was pantsless on stage.
And this is where I have a problem with you.
And then she... Okay,
let's
bring your
point.
So what is your problem?
My point is that an event has been organized. Beautiful performance. And you decide to talk about an artist that's
being pantless.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Yes.
And you didn't even say wardrobe malfunction, but you even went on to describe what
it's a standard tabloid journalism practice. Very, very professional and allowed. Every newspaper has a style.
What were you doing to the lady, as Untold said at the beginning?
You see, when you ask double questions, I can't speak twice at the same time.
Okay.
You ask the question, why?
Okay.
And I'm telling you that when it comes to tabloid journalism, it's based only on sensationalism. Who wore what? So it's a very inquisitorial type of fashion police paper. So it's standard international practice taught in any serious journalism. Now when it comes to tabloid journalism, it's pure sensationalism. Then the artist denies, says that the paper is lying. It became hey. I was younger. This was 15 or 18 years ago or whatever.
So this is where you talked about the credibility.
Exactly.
Now she's questioned your credibility as a newspaper.
It became what I said versus what she and her manager were saying. So I told them that, okay, I'll publish the picture. At best, I'll be sued for indecent exposure. It's a misdemeanor. So I wanted to publish. Daviama was the treasurer for MPP by the national treasurer. they wrote. Or Boss Music, they wrote. It was a big deal in this
So
country.
it was really a big issue.
A big deal that I should
now it turns from
I
just,
said
event coverage to
credibility,
and now
editor versus a musician. And
feminist kind of.
Raquel was big.
Yeah,
Sweet you. Oh man, she was una muchacha. Yeah. We went back and forth. They said I couldn't publish. Well, some way, somehow, I was in my office. And then a group of bloggers came there. I don't know. I remember it was cell phone cancer. Maybe on hindsight, I shouldn't have showed it. I wasn't lying. This is, I can show it, but I can't publish it. Years later, the picture became a public deal.
Yeah, how did the picture come out? Because if the picture was in your custody, the only thing you did was to invite other journalists and bloggers to come and ascertain whether indeed you had a picture or not. So how did it become public?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you leak the picture?
Never had a little picture.
Did you leak the picture to protect your credibility? Did you leak it to? I put it to you that you leaked it to protect your credibility.
Like the picture
on your laptop.
Not on. Listen, you see the problem I have with this old man. I said she put it on the server.
Yeah.
This is how it operates. It's networked.
So you open it on your laptop.
Yeah.
Anybody can access a server if it's networked. And
But
that is
you
how.
open it on your laptop.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And
It was on
anybody
your
too.
laptop.
No, it wasn't on my laptop. So when I speak,
So you open it on your laptop.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But the picture was not on my laptop.
So
I don't know how.
Was your server ever hacked?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
It's a general server for the entire Western publications. So any computer on which you are, you can access a server. I don't know. So let's say he's not working as a defender. I don't know how to explain it to him again. Because if I want, let's say, a picture of Rocky Dawoni at the Grammys, I don't need to work to create the designer.
True.
I just need to go to my computer, go to networks, go to photos, then go to the R column and type Rocky, and then it pops up. Or go to entertainment, and then it was such a system we're operating. Yeah. So it could have come from anywhere. The lady's camera could have developed a fault and the card missing. It could have been anything. But listen to me. If I wanted to leak that picture, I would have published it to sell my paper. Yeah. Why would they say give to somebody to go and make a name when you could have? But people who knew better by then, of course, I was younger. I said, no. Sacrifice the credibility.
But
Let it brag.
Safo mentioned something that he said that when you were doing the publication, you did not think about the mental faculty of the artist. And we all would agree that episode, because it was really protracted. I mean, apart from the publication, who was supposed to be centered on the performance model of function, it escalated in something big. And some may argue that it did affect her career after that episode, because she never was the same again. She never bounced back to the Raquel that we knew. I have been I'm still a journalist. I've edited newspapers from Wiki Fuller to Raz newspaper and all. Is Safo right when he says, as journalists, if we are writing stories about these personalities, should we be thinking about, how will she feel? How will this story affect her career? Is that part of our duties as journalists? Or we are supposed to go out there, as per our training, report what we see, what we hear. Once it is factual, are we supposed to add that element of thinking about how will the artist feel? How will they affect their career? Are we supposed to be bothered about that?
Let me answer it this way. Raquel wasn't the only top musician in that era.
True.
Many of your colleagues, who were top musicians in that era, we do not hear of them today.
True.
Did anybody publish their naked vagina?
Okay. No, but
if the argument is that that was why she couldn't survive, all those who couldn't survive in those days, was there a story about them? I challenge the veracity of that argument. That it is just assumption and suspicious. It is not based on any fact or research or anything. In Ghana, people don't give a damn. If your song is good, your song is good. Three ways to talk about it, we'll move on. Now let's come to a substantive question. It depends on the type of paper, on the type of media house.
Yeah.
Every media house and what they stand for and how they operate. Just a blunt no. I edit a newspaper today, a political newspaper called The New Publisher. if a politician is found to have been corrupt or done something that would embarrass him or destroy his career, I will write it without thinking, how would a politician feel? Who gives a damn? Exactly. If a footballer misses a penalty at South Africa 2010, I'll write a story as a sport without thinking that how would the same journalist feel? So it's neither here. Let us not over emotionalize and of news is to be said without fear or favor, blunt and straight. As you grow, there are certain type of newspaper journalism style you wouldn't avail yourself. That is a different debate. But those doing it are not wrong.
So for what
how does feelings come in a story? I want
to ask.
No, don't ask. So let's defend that posture that you took. Is it okay for us journalists to look at the other side, or we should just go with what we see, what we hear, and just publish?
The Bible says we have the right to do everything. If I were a journalist and I was going to do a publication, I'll consider how it will affect the person in question.
Really?
Whether the person did it deliberately or it was an accident.
Okay.
You understand? I'll take these two things into consideration. If it's an accident, then I'll seek to protect the person. Because there are so many ways of killing a cat. A tabloid can come out and pick different aspects of the events, which will still make it sensational as you want it to be. But he said something, or you said it, that if you grow, he said it. Good. I thank God that Halifax has grown.
Don't put words. No. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. You see, what he's saying means now that I have grown in age, I will not do that. No,
that's not what he said.
That is not what I meant.
That's not what he said.
I said if those people want to do that journalism today, it is their style. But as you grow, you pick what styles you want to do.
To achieve
it is easy, to sit back and talk blah, 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 blah. Ask him if he's written a single news story before.
Well, that's not his trade. So.
Exactly. So he should go and see someone and stop saying
he can, as an
talk
observer.
Is cheap. Talk is cheap. He says if you want to write a story, we think, how would the person feel? Really? How would the person feel? Political journalism, sports journalism, once it is based on facts, go ahead. Don't say, how would the person feel? You see, if you want to bring Bible into journalism practice, you are going to write what's called soporifics. It's a form of sleeping tablet, Valium. You'll be boring.
I mean, seriously, I am.
What are you talking about?
As a journalist,
here that we are seated on this show, the people we are talking about, did we ask how do they feel?
I mean,
what do you mean? The lady herself, when she was challenging the paper and she knew she didn't wear drawers, was she thinking how the editor will feel? You say maybe accidental. Who goes to a show and accidental man shed dross? You see, an accident is something
are you saying the lady came purposely because for her vagina to be shown in public?
If that is your interpretation, then go ahead. I am saying an accident is, I'm not in her mind. An accident is when during performance you slip and fall.
Yeah.
But when she left her house,
there was a purpose that
she didn't wear drawers. And you are telling me she didn't wear the drawers by accident. Did the drawers fall off? Or she didn't have drawers?
Yeah, but you see, as a journalist, there are a lot of angles he could have picked. No, but you see,
and everyone is right.
Yes.
Every
you
angle.
You make a mistake by capturing that moment. Did it happen or not?
It happened.
So why do you blame the journalist?
I don't blame the journalist.
No, you are blaming the journalist. They didn't think about how the person feel. The Bible says all things are expedient, but not all things are beneficial. It is a direct indictment on the journalist's editorial discretion. That is what he's doing. Let's call facts facts.
Why are you
It
so
means
uncomfortable with
I'm not uncomfortable. You to be bold and say you are
are.
discrediting the person.
No, you are so uncomfortable.
That is
You
your
are- it looks like
suspicion.
you are not proud of what you did.
You see, I'm defending what I did.
He's
He's
when he's
attacking what I did.
You are
And
defending
I'm
because you are not
attacking
proud
him.
of it. That's what your defense sounds like.
I
You're
wouldn't
not
waste
proud.
my breath on this back and forth. I mean, at this time, I think he doesn't know what to say.
No,
I'm
I know what
defending
I'm
what I
saying.
did.
I
And
said
it's
you are
attacking
defending,
what.
your defense sounds like you are not proud of it.
If that is your interpretation, go ahead. He wants me to say that, oh, I regret, and now that I've grown, I'm saying that is.
Relax.
And then he says, I'm not proud of what I did. What are you talking about?
What
So-
you are, the way you are presenting and all that, because you are not
Please,
so.
we can't be
you are
using
not
swear words
proud.
on the show.
Yeah,
Jew,
Gentlemen,
what are you talking about? Jew, who uses balderdash? And what does
I
his
don't
mother? You don't use balderdash.
Badadash is a
You don't use
fine-
bomb class.
It-
What does it not be balderdash?
Mind him.
Gentlemen
Gentlemen
and
and gentlemen. So me, I
He's
should
only
come.
bullying you. Don't mind him.
I'm not bullying him.
You are
I
not
wouldn't
bullying.
sit on the set, okay?
Mhm.
And then the paper I worked for some 9 years and 7 months. Somebody comes to question my editorial discretion, and you say I should clap and keep quiet. A ban. No.
You will defend.
No, but as
I wouldn't even take
as a
lesson
member-
classes from
relax.
him.
As a member
Who
of the
hasn't
public-
even written a
This is
single
not
column
general-
before?
no, no,
And
no.
that is what you are doing.
No, no,
He is
but-
telling me that as editor, you should think how would the person feel? How would that affect the person's car? Then how can we help people
But
come to the
as
country?
You are not a
patron,
robot.
relax.
You are a human being.
Yes.
So
And
I'm speaking
as
to
somebody-
you.
Oh, wait, hold on. When I say somebody is talking, you say it's unfair. When somebody says you are not a robot, oh no,
Yeah, but that's not.
oh, so that is acceptable.
Yeah, but
I want to
define
understand. So we go on that line. Is that language allowed so that I should know how to go about it?
Yeah, but the
Thank you.
I won't continue.
Scary.
we'll be right
Yeah,
back. Gentlemen!
Ladies and gentlemen.